Hey, just kind of wanted to do a recap of today. So today is day one here in Memphis. It's been, when I woke up this morning, I was super happy. I was super excited. Like, yes, I'm going to Memphis. FYI, nobody knew I was coming. Nobody knows that I'm here. It was literally something I needed to do for me. I don't want to like kick it, and I don't want to do all of those things. I just kind of want to come. I just want to be with my dad. That's it. It's no slight to anybody. I need this time for me. I needed to be with my dad. That's it. I didn't forget about anybody. It's not like that. I just needed this time for me. So I snuck into Memphis, flew in, rented a hotel room. And for those of you all that know me, you know I have not gotten a hotel room in, I don't even know the last time I got a hotel room. It's been 8 or 9 years. Since my dad has lived in the house that is now my stepmom's house, or my bonus mom. I don't like to call her my stepmom, but my bonus mom's house in Cordova. I have not rented a room in years, right? Or a car. My bonus mom has 3 or 4 cars over there. So, but I rented a car. I rented my room because I just needed this time. So just a recap for today. Like I said, leaving home, I was super excited. When I got here, I had some issues trying to get my car. Don't rent from Thrifty, but that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother video. But I got my car. I don't know. Once I got to Memphis, the happiness kind of wore off, and I became very anxious. I remember standing at the carousel waiting on my luggage, and I was just shaking, and I felt the need that I needed to sit down because I felt like I might pass out. And that came from just being really anxious, like what's next, right? So once that happened, I started to feel really tired. For some people that don't know, I have sciatic nerve pain in my right hip. So my right hip started to hurt. Anytime I'm like nervous or anxious or something like that, my body parts start to act crazy. So once I got the car, I did an early check-in at the hotel. So I came to the hotel, checked in, brought my luggage up, and went straight to the gravesite. And on my way to the gravesite, that's when the tears began. And I just felt like kind of Jesus be offense, because I don't know what this is going to do with me when I see this. Like, there is a video, you know, I'm vlogging this entire experience. So there's a video that you all will see soon, but the tears just started, and all I kept thinking about was I'm coming to see my dad for the first time, and I won't see his face. I won't get to hear his voice. Yes, I hear his voice often, you know, just thinking about him. But to be here in Memphis and I can't see his face and I can't hear his voice, it's painful. Very, very painful. So when I got to the cemetery, because he is in a military cemetery. That sounds crazy, military cemetery. or a veterans cemetery. I parked my car, I went in, and I couldn't even, like, when I got to the door, opening the door was hard for me because I knew I would have to tell the woman behind the counter my daddy's name. Like, I'm coming to see, or I need to know where my dad is buried. My daddy. So I walked up to the desk and the tears, like, I was choked up. So when I finally came, got myself together just enough to say his name, she told me, she drew on a little map and all of that and was like, you need to go there. So when I found it, I got out the car and I found myself, like, my legs were buckling almost. And as I'm walking, trying to find his particular gravesite, I am just, like, thinking in my head, like, what is that gonna feel like when I actually see it? Because I've never, my brother, Corey, he sent it to me when it first went up, when they first put it on his site. So I do have a picture of my dad's gravesite, and then he sent me another picture for Veterans Day, where they had put the flag out for my dad. So I do know that it was there. I do know about it. However, just seeing it, I just didn't know what to expect to see it in person. So when I finally found it, it didn't take long, but it felt like forever. Because they give you a number. I don't know why they give you the number, because you can read. And I know his birth date and I know his death date. So I don't know, whatever. So I found it and it stopped me. Like, I was 3 grave sites from him, and I looked up and I saw his name, and I was like, and I stopped. Like, I could not walk for a second, and I was like, wow, that's it. And I just broke down because, again, I am literally in Memphis and I cannot hear my dad's voice. I cannot see his face. Like, I am so used to going to the house with the red door. And for a very long time, for years, my daddy was the only house over there with a red door. I think it's one more now. So to not go to the house, and again, it's no slight to anybody. I promise. I just needed this time for me. I'm trying to heal, y'all. I really am. I'm trying. And this is the hardest thing that I have been through thus far in 47 years. And I've been through many breakups, many heartaches. But this right here, this is hard. This is hard. And honestly, in many ways, it has stopped me from, I don't want to say living, because I live every day, right? But it has stopped me, or I feel like I'm stuck. I'm trying to find a better way to say, I feel like I'm stuck. And I feel like I'm stuck at July 7th. When I walked in that room and my daddy could talk. And he knew who I was. And the very next day, he could no longer follow simple commands. Move your arm, Charles. Wiggle your toes, Charles. I remember the day they came in the room, because I I slept by my daddy's side for the first 7 days. From July 7th to July 14th, I slept by my daddy's side. It took my niece to say, Titi, you need to come over here so you could at least take a shower and change your clothes. You got to take a shower and change your clothes. Like, I know, like, come on. And she would feed me or whatever, but watching my daddy die like that was absolutely the worst thing that has happened to me. The worst thing and the most painful thing, right? At his graveside today, I found myself screaming, why? I need to know why. Like, so for those of you that don't know, and I don't know why you wouldn't, but me and my father didn't have the best of relationships until 2016 when I wrote my first book. That's when me and my father became close. So from 2016 to 2014, I was a daddy's girl, period. I've always wanted to be a daddy's girl, so don't get it twisted. I've always wanted to be a daddy's girl. But we never had the hard conversation so that I could be, right? My fault, his fault, whatever. But 2016, me and my daddy really became the best of friends. Like, he was my best friend. He was my everything. Like, my daddy. That's my daddy. That's my daddy. So, to have him from 2016 to 2014, I feel like I got gypped. It wasn't long enough. It wasn't long enough. It wasn't long enough. So, I'm here at the hotel, just kind of chilling out. I don't know if it's jet lag, emotions, being tired because I barely slept last night. I don't know. It could be a combination of all of it mixed in, right? But this is why I didn't tell anybody I was coming, because I don't want to have to go to visit this one and have to go and do that. I want to sit in this, because this is a part of my healing journey. I need to sit in this and I need to feel what I'm going to feel. Because if I continue to push things under the rug or continue to say, oh, I'm fine, I'll never get fine, right? So I wanted to share this with you. I just wanted to share it. From 2016 to 2023, we all know that I traveled all over telling my story, right? So this is a part of that journey too. So now I get to tell my story in a different way. And I'm sorry, guys. Y'all know we crying, your nose running. And I was going to edit this, right? But I'm not. I'm going to let you see it raw. Because this is who I am. And sometimes we forget people are human. Sometimes we forget that. Or we look at social media like, oh, she here, she there, she doing this, she doing that. She good. But I'm not. I will be, but I'm not. It doesn't stop me from running my businesses. It doesn't stop me from going to work. It doesn't stop me from being a great mom. However, I am broken into pieces. But sometimes I have to. With those broken pieces, I still have to be the things that I need to be. A realtor, a mom, a business owner, a 9-to-5 worker, a friend. So anybody that sees this, please all of my Memphis family or friends, don't feel slighted because I came and I did not call you or I didn't come to see you. This was not about family. This was about me and my daddy, and that's it. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to be with my dad. I just wanted my dad. I feel like a little girl that just wants her daddy. That's all I want is my daddy. So, I'm going to take the rest of the night. I'm probably going to stay in. Maybe order some food. But I really don't have an appetite right now. But I may order some food and take a nice hot shower and just chill out. And in the morning, I'm going to go downstairs, have breakfast, and take my blanket and go to my daddy's graveside. And I'm going to lay with my daddy for a little while. So, I guess I'll catch you guys later. By the time this posts, I'll be back in Chicago because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, Makita, you here? No. By the time this posts, I'll be back in Chicago. But again, I promise you, it wasn't, I just want to be with my daddy. I needed that. So, thank y'all for watching, and I will check back in tomorrow. See you guys. Hey. Okay, day 2, last day. I go home first thing in the morning. Flight is at I think the flight is at 5:40. So I mean I gotta be up at 3 in the morning. Lord. So today was a lot better. I was sad, but I wasn't uncontrollably sad, right? Like yesterday. I don't know why my chain always trying to choke me. But anyway, I did go to the grave site today. I got a lot of footage from that. I cried a little bit. I laughed a little bit. I talked to my dad for about an hour. It felt really good, right? So yesterday was very, very emotional, and I'm sure that's because it was the first time I've seen his gravesite with the headstone on it. I've gotten pictures, like I said before. I've gotten pictures, and I also want to correct something. Yesterday, I went back to the video and I watched it, and I kept saying 2016 to 2014. It's 2016 to 2024 that I have, you know, had my dad, and we've been very, very close. So not even 10 years. So I feel like I got gypped a little bit because I didn't even get 10 full years with my dad as his, you know, as daddy's girl, right? So, so I'll correct that. Well, I'll just add a comment to correct that. But it is on there from 2016 to 2014. And I was like, oh my God. So anyway, overall, this trip was absolutely needed. It was great. Very emotional, but very needed. I got to sit with my father. I felt like I was sitting on his lap today because I literally took my blanket out there and I sat on the ground. Now, you know, not trying to figure out how I was going to get up. I should have thought about that, but I got up. Just to kind of sit there and talk to him, and I felt like he really was there, you know. Today felt like almost a relief a little bit. And then I went to go see my bonus mom because coming down here I didn't know if I was gonna want to go to the house. That was huge for me. Do I want to go to the house? But I did, and that was okay. I didn't cry, wasn't emotional. I'm sweating under my glasses. I wasn't emotional going over there. I pulled up to the house, you know, kind of surprised her a little bit, but she said my little brother already told her. I want to know how my little brother knew where I was, but I mean, I guess everybody like, well, she going, right? But today was good. Today was really good, and I am very, very excited to see what my next chapter looks like. I don't know, you know, being stuck, wondering what that chapter looks like, being stuck, kind of trying to figure out life. Because like I told my daddy, a lot of things changed once he passed away. You know, the family, you know, ain't family. It is what it is. A lot of things has changed, and I'll just leave that at that. And I felt like he was the glue that kind of held us together. Because my daddy didn't play that. You tell him, well, me and so-and-so ain't talking. He be like, yeah, okay. Y'all got about 2 minutes to fix that, right? And now that he's not here, we just kind of, you know, just let relationships fall. So for those of you all who know me, if you on either one of my pages, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you know that I am a very proud member of the Order of Eastern Star. So I was gonna go out there today with another one of my, you know, wearing more of my light, but I didn't because some of this may make the news. Buzz killer. That's neither here nor there. I won't talk about it no further than that. But so I didn't want anything other than I didn't want them to blur that out because I feel like it's disrespectful. So I didn't wear what I was originally intending to wear. I say that because like some of my sisters know how I felt about that. Like me and my daddy was supposed to take this ride together, and it seemed like soon as I came in, he went out. It's so unfair. But that's about it, y'all. I don't really have nothing to say today. You know, it's still painful. That's what grief looks like, right? One day you crying, one day you okay, the next day you feel like the world is on your shoulders again. That's just grief. My grief today is not as bad as it was yesterday, but that doesn't mean tomorrow won't look like the day he passed away. Tomorrow will be 1 year. Tomorrow will be 5 months that my dad has gone on to be with the Lord. So I did joke with him today, right? Because, you know, his last name is Gamble. So, you know, family be like the big G, right? I say, you know, daddy, you ain't big G up there. You little G up there, baby. Because the big G, he don't need no help. And that made me laugh. Because I can hear my daddy saying, I'm still big G. No, you're not. Oh, gosh. Just kind of having some conversations with myself, listening to my daddy at the same time. It helps, right? Because I know my daddy was like, I'm still big G. No, you're not, sir. So that definitely made me laugh when I said it earlier. Just thinking about the last time we laughed for Thanksgiving. Shout out to my niece. She kind of coordinated that, and I just kind of piggybacked, so to speak, because I have been wanting to do it. But you know, she kind of get her age group together, and I get my age group together. It's just what it is. Cooking for all the family made me feel good. That's the first time I've cooked for 40 people before. And I still overcooked. What kind of stuff is that? But anyway, it was just real good. It was real good today. This trip really, I needed this, y'all. I really did. I really needed this. And I thank God that I followed his lead, because I just wasn't going to do it. And let me share this quick story with you real quick. So I had said that I wanted to come down here to see my dad's gravesite site and the headstone. But I kept saying, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Money is funny, change is strange. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Then I remembered I had a credit with Southwest. I also had some Marriott points. And I also got some good sisters in the car rental business, right? So I kept going back and forth. Am I gonna go? No, I'm not gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go. So I had went to one of my one of my brothers to pick up some stuff. I don't know how that sound, but I'm just gonna say this. I went to go get something that I needed for the order, right? And when I picked it up, I asked him, like, I was looking around the store and all of that, and I was like, man, how long you been doing this? And I had just told somebody, like, I know I'm supposed to go see my daddy, but I don't know if I'm supposed to go see my daddy. Like, I heard God say, you need to go see your daddy. But I was like, God, you know I don't want to go to Memphis. You know how, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels weird. I don't want to go. And I have been saying that. So, on one hand, yeah, I know I needed to go. On the other hand, I was like, no, Dad, if, you know, I don't really know if I'm supposed to go. It feels weird. So, I was at the store getting my stuff. And I was looking around and I was like, man, how long you been in bed? Like, how long you been doing this, right? And he was like, me and my dad started this. And I watched my dad for years do this. And I took over the business. When he said that, and I know to some that don't sound like nothing, right? To some, yeah, you like, whatever. What's that mean? When he said that, I felt chills all over my arms. I felt chills. Literally, I felt chills. And then tears started to run. And I was like, I got it. And a friend of mine that I was with, she was like, that's your confirmation. Like, I literally was standing there just crying because, and all he said was, me and my dad started this. And that's how I feel about this organization. I didn't start it because of my father, but I know about it because of my father. And I know how serious my father was about this organization. And I really wanted to talk to him in a language that only us knew, right? But I didn't get to do that. Actually, I didn't even get to tell my daddy I had crossed over. He knew because my brother told him, but I didn't get to tell him. So when the gentleman said that, I was like, that's my sign. So I'm here. And this was the best trip that I have had in a very long time. I didn't get in the pool. I didn't do anything, any of the things that I said I was gonna do. But I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came. I can go home feeling a relief. Grief, again, it doesn't change. It doesn't stop. But at least I can feel a relief that I know that my daddy is with me every step of the way. And I know he is talking to God on my behalf. I know that for sure. And I know God is about to turn it around for me. I know he is. Not just because of my father, but I know he's about to turn it around for me. I just know, right? But that's it, y'all. This is not a longer video. I'm not in tears. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. I'm still emotional, but today just felt different. I was talking to my daddy at the gravesite, or at his graveside, and I said something like, Daddy, I wish I could just hug you one more time, or something to that effect. And all of a sudden, a gush of wind came by. And I was like, Daddy, if that was your hug, I accept it. It ain't windy down here. It's actually really nice today. Yesterday it was cold. And like that gush of wind. And the wind didn't blow no more. I was like, wow. You know, like, thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Right? I'm telling y'all, grief is something else. Love on your people while you can. My daddy was 77 years old when he died. And today I went by his house, and my bonus mom's father was at the house. He's 95 years old. And for a brief second, y'all, I was like, how he gets to live for 95 years and my daddy only did, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a brief second. It wasn't, no, I'm not that person. But I was just like, why my daddy couldn't get to 95. But you know what? God had other plans, I guess. You know, some things I'll never know. But I miss my daddy. I know that. I miss my dad. But that's it. That's it for day 2. I'm going home tomorrow morning. I'll be in Chicago by 7:30 a.m. in my bed, resting no later than 9 o'clock. Depending on these planes and all of that good stuff. But that's it. That's all I got. I got a lot of footage to edit and upload. But the 2 videos that I will not edit is this one here and the one from last night. Because I'm right here. This is who I am. I'm being transparent and open. So I will not edit these 2 videos. You will get them as they are with this dingy couch. Oh, yeah. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. So I'm out, y'all. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.